Listen, folks, if you're anything like us, you've probably spent hours on YouTube watching those intense NBA moments when the stars get heated. Whether it's a trash-talking match between two rivals or a heated confrontation between teammates, these moments are pure gold for basketball enthusiasts. So grab some popcorn and sit relaxed as we've compiled all these epic moments in one place. This is seriously one of the scariest, but also most super chilled moments in the court. I mean, seriously, who's gonna mess with a dude like Jokic, who's like 7 feet tall and weighs almost 300 pounds? And on top of that, he grew up in a freaking war-torn country. That's just asking for trouble if you ask us. Here's what went down. Anthony Edwards from the Minnesota Timberwolves and Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat had a little run-in during the Wolves' home game. It all started when Butler swiped the ball away after a whistle, which didn't sit well with Edwards. He gave Butler a little nudge in the back, and things escalated from there. Both players received double technical fouls, but nothing more came out of it. After the game, Edwards shared his thoughts on the situation, saying that he didn't think Butler was going to fight anyone out there. It seemed like that moment threw off the Heat's game because from then on, the Wolves dominated and secured a 12-point victory, outscoring their opponents by 10 points. There was this moment during the game in Detroit where Griffin decided to give Antetokounmpo a little not-so-friendly elbow to Antetokounmpo's face. And let us tell you, Antetokounmpo was not happy about it. The two of them got right up in each other's faces while their teammates scrambled to break things up. It seemed like Antetokounmpo was just trying to defend his teammate, but Griffin didn't take too kindly to that and decided to step over him after he fell down. Needless to say, the Bucks were pretty upset with the whole situation and got involved in the altercation. After all was said and done, the Milwaukee Bucks dominated the game with a final score of 127-103. Of course, Durant made the list, and he's on every list. And guess what? He also made it onto this one too. Durant and Anthony, though, handled the situation like real men. Yeah, things got a bit intense, but they both stood their ground and handled it like true professionals. The game between the Philadelphia Sixers and the Brooklyn Nets was intense, with Joel Embiid performing monstrously. The dude straight up ended the game with a clutch basket that left Durant shook. Then things got really intense when they came face to face at the free throw line, and both got slapped with technical fouls. But yo, they didn't even let that stop them from jawing at each other and keep that energy going even after the final buzzer. But here's where it gets juicy. Embiid and Durant had a heated exchange after the game. They didn't even shake hands, man. Embiid was all hyped about getting that win, and he couldn't hide his satisfaction, which ruffled some feathers among the Nets players, especially KD. Crazy stuff, right? Alright, so here's the deal. He was just trying to stop the basket, you know? It's pretty obvious that when someone tries to make a play like that, a hard foul might happen. It's just one of those things. Devin Booker even tried to apologize by saying, "My bad," but then James Harden went ahead and pushed him. Alright, so you've seen the whole story, and we don't really need to comment on that. But let me tell you, Jimmy Butler had some choice words for Blake Griffin after those two All-Stars got into it during the fourth quarter of the Philadelphia 76ers 117-111 victory over the Detroit Pistons. After the game, Butler spoke to ESPN's Jorge Sedano and said that Griffin was trying to act tough by rubbing his elbow in his face after they exchanged words earlier in the game. Not only did Butler get the last laugh with Philly's win, but he also outscored Griffin, beating him 38-31. It's pretty impressive if you ask us. Listen up, NBA fans. There's this unwritten rule in the league that you never try to take a basketball away from Russell Westbrook. But apparently, Jonas Valanciunas didn't get that right. So here's what went down. During the second quarter of the Oklahoma City Thunder's game against the Toronto Raptors, Valanciunas thought he could snatch the ball from Westbrook while he was on the ground. But guess what? The reigning MVP point guard wasn't having any of it and refused to hand it over. That little scuffle got Steven Adams involved, trying to break things up. And as a result, both Valanciunas and Westbrook got hit with technical fouls. Crazy drama on that court. When you talk about basketball, LeBron James is always in the mix. In Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals on Monday night, there was some drama between LeBron James and Aaron Gordon. Both players received technical fouls during this second quarter. It all started when James was trying to establish his position in the lane and got clipped in the face by Gordon. As they were jostling for a position, things escalated with a brief scuffle. James even put his forearm up to Gordon's throat in a move that seemed like a message of, "Let's see how you like it." Eventually, their teammates stepped in to break it up. Despite all the drama, LeBron James had an incredible performance in Game 4. He scored 31 points on an impressive 11-13 shooting in the first half alone, playing every minute of those 24 minutes. The Lakers were down 3-0 in the series and faced an elimination, so James came out with a mission to keep their hopes alive. Grant Williams thought it would be a good idea to talk some trash to Jimmy Butler. That's not the smartest move, my friend. It didn't end well for him. The trash talking started when Williams hit a three-pointer with about 6.5 minutes left in the game. Butler didn't take too kindly to it, and they exchanged words all the way down the court. Eventually, there was a foul after Butler scored on Williams one-on-one. They had to be separated by their teammates, but not before Butler let out a loud, "Let's go!" at him. After that little altercation, the Miami Heat went on a dominant run of 24-9 to close out the game. In that span, Butler scored 9 points, which is just as many points as Boston's entire lineup combined. So, get this. Bruce Brown and Devin Booker were about to throw down on the court. Booker shoved Brown after getting tangled up with him while setting a screen for Jamal Murray. This all went down with only 1 minute and 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and the Nuggets were sitting pretty with a 10-point lead. Ouch. Drama. You've probably seen many player versus player moments before, but this one takes the cake. On April 16th, during their Western Conference first-round playoff series, things got really heated between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Phoenix Suns. But it wasn't just the game that had everyone talking. Right after the final buzzer, a video showed Russell Westbrook getting into it with a Suns fan during halftime. Westbrook was seen arguing with the fan and telling him to watch your mouth as he made his way back onto the court. And get this, the fan's son was right there witnessing it all go down. Seems like altercations with fans are becoming quite common for Russell Westbrook. So, during the second quarter, there was this crazy play where Josh Okogie from the Suns crashed into the seats trying to save a loose ball. He ended up among some fans on the baseline, and guess what? Ishbia actually grabbed the basketball. But then Jokic from the Nuggets tried to take it away from him so they could get their offensive possession. Well, things got wild, and the ball flew backwards into the crowd, and poor Ishbia got knocked backwards by Jokic's elbow. Oh, that's too much for today, and we're at the end of the video too. Trust us, these clips were a total slam dunk. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on any new heated moments. Game on!